Have you ever pushed your physical limits at the gym, consistently lifting challenging weights and diligently managing your diet, only to find, upon glancing in the mirror, a distinct and disheartening feeling that your physique has simply stopped responding with its accustomed vigor and growth? For individuals beyond 45 years of age, this specific and often perplexing frustration proves far more prevalent and impactful than one might initially assume. It is crucial to understand this. It isn't merely a deficit in personal discipline or a weakening of one's strength of will. Instead, a hidden physiological fallacy, often entirely unperceived, actively undermines the efficient acquisition of muscle mass precisely within this particular life stage. This phenomenon transforms each dedicated training session into an increasingly solitary and often frustrating struggle against one's own evolving metabolism. Prior to thoroughly dissecting the complex intricacies of this pivotal physiological shift that accompanies aging, a comprehensive grasping of its fundamental underlying mechanism marks the essential initial stride toward effectively reclaiming mastery over your physical vitality and overall well-being. We invite you to consider subscribing to the Vita Longa 40 Mais channel right here. We are actively cultivating a supportive and shared space where rigorous empirical knowledge seamlessly meets practical real-world application, thereby ensuring you can experience every subsequent decade possessing the vibrant energy and robust health you genuinely deserve. Together, through shared learning and practical guidance, we will meticulously unravel the complex reasons behind your body's current transformation and, crucially, demonstrate precisely how you can effectively course-correct your approach starting this very day. As individuals progress beyond the age of 45, the intricate hormones, their intricate function for a clearer understanding, merits a closer examination. As the years unfold, the body's intrinsic production of testosterone and growth hormone, or GH, steadily diminishes. These crucial hormones operate as the orchestra's conductors, directing the tempo of protein synthesis, that intricate biological process where the body fabricates new muscle fibers, meticulously utilizing ingested proteins as its essential raw material. Numerous individuals, however, endeavor to offset this decline by simply intensifying their workouts, firmly convinced that sheer intensity alone can rectify the body's flagging hormonal output. But consider this familiar image. If a car runs on fumes, its engine already worn thin, pushing the accelerator to the floor will only guarantee a swifter breakdown, not increased velocity. Rigorous training remains undeniably essential, but it absolutely must be intelligent, meticulously aligned with your evolving biological reality. Should one engage in relentless, exhaustive training without allotting ample periods for crucial recovery and failing to supply the precise nutrients, in their correct proportions, tailored for your present metabolic demands, the body inevitably slips into a catabolic state, a stark reality of muscle wasting rather than the desired growth. The foundational pillar for circumventing this particular challenge lies in the strategic distribution of protein across every single meal throughout the day. A common misstep, frequently observed among individuals past 45 years of age, involves confining their protein consumption almost exclusively to lunch and dinner. The human body does not, unlike fat, possess the capacity to stockpile amino acids. When a massive quantity of protein is ingested in a single sitting, this mechanism impedes the cellular signals vital for growth. Nutrition, in this context, emerges as a potent control mechanism. Ultra-processed foods, along with an overabundance of sugar and low-grade fats, essentially act as a contaminated fuel source, fouling this intricate biological engine. Conversely, nutrients abundant in omega-3s, think fatty fish, flax seeds, or chia, coupled with a vibrant, colorful, vegetable-rich diet, function much like a fine lubricant. This lessens inflammation, paving a clear path for growth messages to precisely reach muscle cells. Simply exchanging white bread for complex carbohydrate sources, perhaps oats or various root vegetables, and consistently maintaining proper hydration are straightforward. Adjustments. These fundamentally alter your body's internal chemistry. We must also dismantle the pervasive myth that muscle gain becomes an impossibility during this life stage. Quite the opposite, strength training, especially past the age of 45, stands as perhaps the most robust longevity strategy available to us. Muscles, surprisingly to some, function as endocrine organs. This means they actively generate and release substances profoundly beneficial for the entire rest of the body. They play a vital role in regulating blood sugar levels, significantly enhance bone density, and offer crucial protection against debilitating falls and subsequent fractures. When the conversation shifts to gaining muscle mass, we're not merely discussing aesthetics. We're fundamentally addressing a shield against the creeping specter of fragility. As the years progress, our bodies inherently attempt to diminish muscle mass, a natural energy-saving mechanism. This phenomenon is clinically recognized as sarcopenia. Strength training, remarkably, stands as the singular most compelling signal that can persuade your body it still requires and vitally depends on these precious tissues. It becomes a ceaseless dialogue, an ongoing negotiation between your conscious will and your underlying biology. Circling back to the concept of anabolic resistance, a highly practical strategy one might implement involves a deliberate increase in leucine intake. Leucine, an indispensable essential amino acid, is predominantly found in animal protein sources such as red meat, eggs, and dairy products. It essentially acts as the critical on-off switch, directly initiating muscle protein synthesis. As we age, our physiology demands a slightly elevated dose of this particular amino acid to effectively trigger the muscle-building process. This, then, elucidates precisely why the protein intake that sufficed in your 30s often proves inadequate once you reach your 50s. Ensuring a robust source of high-quality protein with each meal provides the crucial trigger needed to kickstart muscle protein synthesis. For vegetarians and vegans, this vigilance must intensify, frequently necessitating amino acid supplementation to ensure a complete profile of these vital building blocks for robust muscle reconstruction. Questions about supplementation often arise. Is it truly necessary? Supplementation, it's crucial to understand, serves as a complement, never the foundational base of any dietary pyramid. A solid diet remains paramount, but in specific scenarios, creatine distinctly emerges as the most secure and genuinely effective supplement for individuals past their 45th year. Creatine doesn't just bolster physical performance, offering that crucial extra push during those final repetitions. It also carries robust scientific evidence supporting its role in preserving cognitive function and enhancing bone density. When creatine stores are fully saturated, the muscle gains a readily available, rapid energy reserve, enabling the completion of those critical final repetitions, the very ones that profoundly influence the adaptation stimulus. It represents a remarkably cost-effective and highly potent investment for anyone committed to sustaining their daily vitality. To ensure clarity and prevent any disorientation, a brief recapitulation of our discussion thus far is warranted. First, acknowledge that the body has undergone transformations, and that a failure to adequately distribute protein throughout the day stands as the primary culprit for any stagnation observed. Second, engage in intelligent training, emphasizing exercises that genuinely challenge the physique, yet always honoring the essential recovery periods for delicate joints. Third, regard sleep as the single most sacred component of any training regimen, for it is precisely during these hours that the profound magic of physiological reconstruction truly unfolds. Fourth, actively combat silent inflammation by making deliberate, informed choices for natural anti-inflammatory whole foods. And fifth, only then consider creatine as a potent ally, integrated within an already meticulously structured and optimized routine. Significant change never materializes overnight, but the unwavering consistency applied to these seemingly minor adjustments is precisely what distinguishes individuals who simply endure the aging process from those who gracefully age with formidable strength, profound autonomy, and vibrant energy. Frequently, the intense societal pressure for immediate rapid results compels many to seek out magical solutions, quick-fix pills, or even outright miraculous methods. However true, sustainable healthy longevity is painstakingly built upon a foundation of enduring habits and unwavering patience. Should one be diligently training, yet observe no discernible progress, the impulse to merely escalate training volume, hoping to force a response the body is currently ill-equipped to process, must be resisted. Instead, pause. Critically assess protein intake. Meticulously examine sleep quality and ensure that the body isn't simply being worn down without the crucial allowance for proper recovery. Indeed, the most significant gains in muscle mass often don't stem from an additional set of exercises, but rather from a strategically utilized day of rest or a far more thoughtfully planned meal. The human body, an inherently intelligent and adaptive machine, simply requires its operator to relearn its intricate language. With the passage of time, it becomes evident that discipline proves far simpler to sustain when the underlying why of actions is genuinely comprehended. One should not train merely because external voices declare it beneficial, but instead engage in physical exertion with the profound understanding that this specific stimulus actively contributes to maintaining robust bone density and an optimally active metabolism. Don't consume protein out of a mere fear of muscle loss. Rather, embrace it, recognizing it as the indispensable building block your physique demands to power through each day's challenges. Once knowledge integrates into your very identity, daily practices transform from burdensome sacrifices into genuine acts of self-care. You aren't battling the clock. Instead, you're aligning with your intrinsic biology, allowing time to unfold with greater ease and vibrant energy. Now take a moment, pause, and consider this. Which of the concepts we've explored today reveals itself as your weakest link? Is it protein distribution, the poor quality of your sleep, or perhaps an overabundance of inflammation within your diet? Pinpointing precisely where you stumble marks the initial stride toward authentic transformation. Resist the urge to mend everything simultaneously. Select just one of these foundational pillars and dedicate your efforts to refining it over the coming fortnight. Once that particular routine feels firmly established, then, and only then, advance to the subsequent one. Longevity, you see, is a marathon, not a fleeting 100-meter sprint. Every minor triumph holds significance, and as the months gradually unfold, you'll discover that the vibrant energy you've been yearning for resides far closer than you ever conceived. It's simply a matter of calibrating the mechanism, one precise detail at a time. Here on this channel, our steadfast commitment involves delivering insights that genuinely impact your daily existence, perpetually grounded in solid evidence and articulated so clearly that anyone can readily implement them. If this material resonated with you and illuminated why your previous workout routines no longer yield identical outcomes, please don't hoard this valuable wisdom solely for yourself. Share it with that friend or family member who also grapples with sustaining their quality of life beyond the age of 45. Indeed, knowledge stands as the most potent instrument at our disposal for confronting the inevitable shifts of aging with both sagacity and sustained vitality. And to conclude on a high note, I extend an invitation for a more profound commitment. Should you genuinely wish to prioritize your well-being and seek a meticulously structured guide, complete with actionable plans, customized training strategies, and thorough nutritional guidance tailored for this specific life stage, then I wholeheartedly urge you to explore our comprehensive longevity program. Within its framework, we delve profoundly into each of these facets, providing a step-by-step protocol so you're never left guessing precisely what steps to take. The direct link to discover more about this transformative program can be found just below, conveniently placed within the video's description. Click it, explore its offerings, and witness firsthand how, collaboratively, we can reshape the entire perspective through which you view your aging process. Always remember, your absolute prime moment might well be right now, provided you equip your body with the exact proper tools it needs to truly flourish. Remain steadfastly focused, persistently keep learning, and, critically, never underestimate the profound impact of a meticulously executed habit change. My sincere gratitude for staying with me throughout this discussion. We'll meet again in the upcoming video, where our journey continues, unraveling further secrets for a life that is long, dynamically active, and brimming with sheer vitality. Take excellent care of yourself, as you ultimately are the primary beneficiary of all this shared dedication. Until next time.